Multiple sightings, a £10,000 reward for information, and a massive police hunt. And still, Constance Marten and Mark Gordon managed to travel hundreds of miles from the north of the country to the south. This is how they evaded the authorities. Constance Marten was reported missing on the 5th of January. That same evening, the car she'd been travelling in with partner Mark Gordon caught fire on the M61 near Bolton. Van driver Ken Hudson had been behind them on the motorway. He pulled over to help them and called the emergency services. The couple left on foot, heading towards Bolton. They left behind a placenta wrapped in a towel and Martin's passport, along with a bag of more than 30 mobile phones, used nappies, a cat in a pet carrier and a Bible. A local resident gave them a lift into Bolton, where they were seen at the Bolton Interchange bus station, before deciding to take a taxi 35 miles to Liverpool, paying £80. From there, they flagged down another taxi, which took them 270 miles across the country to Harwich in Essex. Driver Ali Yaria said the woman was shivering, and he saw a baby inside the woman's jacket, wearing only a nappy. In Harwich, they checked into a Premier Inn using a false name, Thomas. Hotel staff said Martin paid in cash and seemed, quote, quite distressed. After being asked to leave in the morning because they couldn't provide proof of identity, they moved to the Friat Hotel for the night. They checked out early the next morning. Martin was seen outside Harwich Port 2 hours later. A member of the public confronted the couple, having seen a news report about their disappearance. Dale Gosling said that a baby was wrapped inside Martin's coat and that he heard crying. The couple then took a taxi from Harwich to Colchester. Then, later that morning, another taxi from Colchester to East Ham in East London. CCTV showed the couple getting out of the cab with their baby girl Victoria, Martin cradling the child under her jacket. Later that day, Gordon bought a buggy in Argos before meeting Martin in a kebab shop. She assembled the buggy and then put the baby in. They then took a series of taxis around London, abandoning the buggy and, prosecutors said, transferring the baby to a Lidl shopping bag instead. From North London, they headed to the port town of New Haven, arriving at 5 in the morning. A CCTV camera at a petrol station shows them wandering around in the early hours, before heading towards the South Downs on foot. They weren't seen again until 4 days later. Martin was back at the garage, buying sweets, snacks and petrol. They claimed the baby had already died by this point. The next sighting was on the outskirts of Brighton. Gordon was spotted emerging from a tent in the woods in Stanmer Park. 2 weeks later, the Met Police offered a £10,000 reward for information. But it was more than a fortnight before witnesses reported further sightings. One near Hollingbury Golf Course in Brighton. Another in the Coldine Lane area of the city. And back in Stanmer Park a day later. Witness Pauline Mason told the court she saw a mother with a baby who she believed was dead. On the 20th of February, the pair were captured on CCTV, trying and failing to break into Hollingbury Golf Course and rummaging through the bins. A week later, they were back in the same area. This time, though, they would not go unnoticed. Their run was about to come to an end. They were spotted in a local shop, buying food and withdrawing cash. A member of the public who recognised them from media reporting called the police. And a few minutes later, the couple were arrested in nearby Stanmer Villas.
You're under arrest for child neglect.
Where is your child?
They were repeatedly asked where the child was.
Where's the child? Is the child alive?
That day, the police launched a large-scale search for the baby. More than 200 officers covered an area of 7 miles by 13 miles to look for the baby, from where the couple were sighted to where they were arrested. Over the next few days, an area of 90 square miles was scoured, using dogs, drones, thermal cameras and a helicopter. On March the 1st, police found baby Victoria's body in a disused shed near the allotments. This is the moment when baby Victoria's remains are found inside a Lidl shopping bag. There may have been little hope at that stage of finding the child alive. But this was an ending more disturbing than anyone had thought. Tom Cheshire, Sky News.